Hey, this is Seth Welling with another AFI 100 Greatest American Film List review. Today, we are doing Yankee Doodle Dandy. Yankee Doodle Dandy came out in 1942. It's the 100th AFI Greatest American Film on the 1998 list and at the 98th spot in the 2007 list. Stars James Cagney, my grandfather's favorite actor. It's a semi-autobiographical, poor boy does good film based on George Cohan's life from being a New York street kid to his reign on Broadway. Now, most of you don't know who George Cohan was. Before Lin-Manuel Miranda's Hamilton, before Andrew Lloyd Webber's Phantom of the Opera and Cats, before even Rodgers and Hammerstein's Oklahoma Sound of Music, there was George M. Cohan. He was the premier Broadway showman of his time. Before the First World War, Cohan was already known as the man who owned Broadway. He's the father of American musical comedy. I like to look at Yankee Doodle Dandy in the same way I look at the Beatles' Help. One is a musical and the other is a movie, but both have repackaged some of the artist's greatest work in a comedic review, although Yankee Doodle Dandy is a better show. Yankee Doodle Dandy includes the song Yankee Doodle Boy, Give My Regards to Broadway, Your Grand Old Flag, and Over There. These are songs that you either know and love or your grandparents sang. All of them are classics. I remember in third grade, we used to sing Your Grand Old Flag because it is a patriotic song that's easier to sing than the national anthem. This movie is feel-good, but it plays with the facts a little too much. In the movie, George M. Cohan receives a Congressional Gold Medal on the night he opens the play I'd Rather Be Right. But in fact, he got that award years earlier. It didn't need this embellishment because there's so many better aspects. James Cagney wasn't known as a dancer, and he really didn't dance. He actually pretended, but in doing so, he was excellent. His exuberance bolstered this film. It's no secret that Fred Astaire turned down this role, but it would have been a different movie. A slicker movie with better dance moves. But Cagney's enthusiasm made the film the best that it can be. This is a film about the American can-do spirit. It's about what a person can do with lots of hard work, enthusiasm, and a little bit of luck. Cagney let his personality shine through in the whole musical followed. It's exactly what we needed early in America's involvement in World War II. Another aspect of this film was that his wife's character was fully supportive. There was no bickering between the Cohens in the play or in the movie. Everyone stayed on message, and that was key. You have to remember that this was the kind of atmosphere I was railing against in the review of A Streetcar Named Desire. There was a point to stay on at some such message. We were at war, and this was a patriotic piece that supported that war with patriotic music and American values. Other movies could have dissent, but this one couldn't. The movie did a great job with music. Cohan wrote all these patriotic songs, and the movie used many of them. This is hard to do without missing the mark, but this one managed to hit without seeming manufactured. Yes, I know that this movie is probably on the AFI 100 Greatest American Film List for nostalgia. It's dated, it's in black and white, and it came out the year my parents were born. Most of the movies on the list may be nostalgic picks or great films, depending on who's watching. Do we really need to know about the first widely viewed movie in America? Maybe not. But here's my point for doing all of these movies. I love movies. I love old and new. I've taken film classes and I've made indie films. And I've noticed trends in films. Right now, the majority of movies out are franchises like superhero films or films based on 30-year-old films. The reason why is studios want to know that they have a surefire win, so they offer you something that you've seen before. I reviewed Superfly a few weeks ago. The original was a hastily made product that came out in 1972 to capitalize on the fervor that the movie Shaft created. The new movie called Skyscraper is just a rebranding of a 1974 film called Towering Inferno, which starred Paul Newman and Steve McQueen. I've heard many people that complain that movies are the same old thing, and it's true. But it's up to the audience to be informed and to seek out new films that aren't based on old films or franchises, and watching older movies is one way to stay proactive. Supporting independent films is another. At this point, indie films and online content like Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu is what will save Hollywood from itself. The most important aspect of this film is that Yankee Doodle Dandy advocates for the importance of music in American culture. As a former band geek, it saddens me when schools drop music and arts programs in general. These classes help you learn better by giving your academic brain a rest and creating neural pathways you need to help you learn academic material. If you like this film, please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, visit my links in the dialog box below, and stay tuned for more videos. Have a good day.